Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bobbie and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot, and today I want to do a reading about what is going on with our politics here in the US, you guys. I don't know if you're like me, but I am incredibly concerned about what's going on. We have Trump, who can't seem to say anything that is not truthful or that is truthful. Basically, that dude can't talk without lying. And then we have Biden, who is the equivalent of a human corpse. So I'm not really comfortable with what's going on, with our politics. So I want to know what is going on, what's going to happen with this election, what's going to be the outcome. That was a terrible shuffle. So I've put together kind of an interesting new spread we're going to go through. And how we're going to do this today is we are going to, for each little spot on the spread, we're going to pull two cards. We're going to pull a tarot card, and we're going to pull from this ginormous Whispers of the Unsolved deck, okay? And everything is going to be kind of separated out, like, by the candidate, okay? So it's going to make sense as I get into it. So let's get into this. So Spirit, we need your help. What in the heck is going on? I want one card. Actually, you know what I want to do with this? We are going to do a cut, and then we are going to do a straight pull. So here we go. Sorry. I know I said I was done shuffling, but I lied. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this cut. Boom. Boom. Okay. So the first card we're pulling is just the general energy of what in the heck is going on between these two candidates, okay? So we have the Queen of Wands reversed for general energy. So the Queen of Wands is lacking virtue. Lacking virtue. I mean, that's really like being controlled, yielding to other people, things. So that's great. So I want to pull one of these Whispers of the Unsolved. Because that deck is so huge, we're just going to kind of split it in half and work our way through it, okay? So, Spirit, can we go... Oh, there it is. Bloodline, family lineage. Okay. So, they're looking at the bloodline, the family. There's all of this family stuff coming into it. So, we have... Joe Biden with the stuff going on recently with Hunter Biden with his conviction. We have Trump and all of his issues with his, dalliances outside of his marriage and how that has basically led to this conviction. So the general energy right now is this energy of basically like lacking virtue. Everyone's lacking virtue. And I think that's really accurate. So the next card we're going to pull is, this is going to be the energy of each candidate. Candidate number 1 is going to be Trump. Candidate number 2 is going to be Joe Biden. Okay. So this is the energy for Trump. We have the 9 of Cups reversed. Oh my gosh. Okay. So 9 of Cups reversed is ego, self-centered, being greedy, overindulging. So basically everything that Trump is his energy. It's complete self-centeredness. He does not care about his supporters. He does not care about his family. He does not care about the United States of America. He does not care about any of those MAGA people. The only thing he cares about is himself. That's it. Okay, and let's get a Whisper card here for Trump. Again, this is his just the general energy. Okay. So we have God, higher power. Oh, wow. Okay. So I came across something on my Facebook feed from a relative of mine, and I just, oh my gosh, it was just, I can't even. So it's this thing that's going around, and it's this like picture of Trump, and he's like head hanging, and Jesus is standing behind him with his hands on Trump's shoulders. And it was just like, are you serious? Are you kidding me right now? And there's this connection, like people are comparing Trump to Jesus. Like, is this like, what is that in the Bible? The Antichrist or whatever. Oh my God. Like, this is like freaky stuff. So people are looking at Trump as like, this is the candidate sent to us from God. And he is like, that is bolstering him so much, because he's like, look at me. I'm the chosen one. I'm the one who, you know, has been anointed by God. I'm God's choice for president. Wow. Yeah. And it goes into that like megalomania that he just, you know, so strongly has. Okay. So this next card is going to be for Biden's general energy. So we have the Ace of Swords reversed. Ace of Swords reversed talks about complications, things being complicated, being in some kind of conflict, arguments. There's some chaos. There's chaos going on behind the scenes because of that debate. That debate pulled back the curtain. It was like this very Wizard of Oz moment where it pulled back the curtain, and everyone's really focusing on how it pulled back the curtain on Biden, but I feel like it pulled back the, you know, curtain once again on Trump as well, because we saw this man who like literally, I don't know that really anything he said was truthful at all. And then, you know, we have Biden, who is obviously incredibly cognitively impaired. So behind the scenes right now, there is a lot of people freaking out, and there's a lot of conversations that are happening. Okay, let's go ahead and get a Whispers card. This is again energy for Biden. It's energy for Biden. Energy for Biden. Okay, I'm gonna come over here and grab this deck, since we're not really getting anything flying out. Oh, there we go. Okay, fear. Yeah. So there's a lot of fear going on. Biden has a lot of fear as far as what's going to happen with the with this election. Fear of maybe being removed as the candidate when he does not want to be removed as the candidate. There's just a lot of fear right now. Fear if he does pull out of the race, then who will be the candidate? And then can that candidate be someone who could beat Trump? So there's so much fear going on right now. So the next card I want to pull is this is about Biden specifically. Is Biden going to stay in the race, or is he going to be replaced by like a different candidate? We have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is celebration. It's celebration. It's like family. It can be marriage. It's prosperity. I am going to get another clarifier because I don't feel that answers my question. So now we have the Eight of Cups reversed. Eight of Cups reversed is well, when Eight of Cups is upright, it's about departure, abandonment, leaving. When it's reversed, it talks about errors in judgment, or like kind of aimlessly drifting. I do feel that he will be replaced, but I feel as if it might take a while. Like they're not doing it right away. We'll come back at the end of our spread and get a little more clarification on this one, because I just don't feel like I've gotten like a real definitive answer on this. Okay, so the next question we have is, what are the positive attributes of Trump? And I'm going to say moving forward now, it's going to be Biden or the candidate who ends up getting selected. Okay, so keep that in mind. So what are the positive attributes of Trump? Six of Cups. Six of Cups is about nostalgia. So he uses this "Make America Great Again." He uses this idea of nostalgia to really like play up people's emotions of, you know, how it used to be. Oh, it was so great. You know, look at good old American values. And he's framing it and presenting it as that's his platform. Even though, you know, I mean, my gosh, this man, like, family values, are you kidding me? Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. Yep. And then money. So positive attribute is money. The money that he can, I don't know. That's just what, that's so sad. What's a positive attribute of Trump? And it just shows money. Like, I have so many cards that could have come out. It could have been like anything. It could have been like the emperor, which would be like, you know, being a good father. He could have had like any of the knights or the kings could have come out. I mean, there's 8, you know, different cards there, but, you know, like what we get is money. That's his positive attribute. I don't think there's really, I don't think I need to dig into that very much more. I mean, that just, it is what it is. Okay. So the positive attribute of either Biden or the Republic or the Democratic candidate that's selected. So we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, I'm wondering if we're going to get Kamala as the replacement candidate. Because then this is feminine energy, really, really strong feminine energy. When the Nine of Pentacles is upright, she's very successful and independent. But with this reversed, I feel like there's going to be a lot of issues with calling into question things like her record as a DA. There's stuff that's going to be coming, you know, out about that. But I feel like for her positive, I'm already like going there, like I'm already just jumped ship. But the positive attributes are going to be this idea of someone who is successful, is capable, is a very stable person, very like level-headed person that I think could really have a positive impact. And then let's take one of these Whispers of the Unsolved and see what other card we can get for the candidate for positive attributes. And we got Warning Alarm. Okay. So this is sad. I don't think that there are a lot of positive attributes for, you know, these people. And that's really telling as, you know, we look at our politics and we look at our country, and I think that it's really sad that the people that are making decisions for us as citizens don't have a lot of positive attributes. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at are allies. Okay, so who are the allies of Trump, and who are the allies of the Democratic nominee candidate? Okay, so for Trump, we have the 10 of Wands reversed. So this is going to be, I think he's reassessing who his allies are right now. I don't know that there are strong allies. I think that he has some allies for people who used to work with him in the Trump organization, but I think he's trying to find allies right now because there aren't a lot. There's no one that really wants to align themselves with him. So I don't feel like he's, you know, partnering with, you know, Putin or anyone else to do anything, you know. I don't think he has any allies. And we are going to look at the allies of the Democratic candidate. So we have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is, it's offers. So it's offers of people wanting to work with them. So they do have people who are reaching out and offering. And these are people who are, I think, because it can talk about people who are very scholarly. So this could be allies that are perhaps giving really good advice right now, or that are going to give really good advice in the future. And then we have cover up. What are they covering up? So there might be an ally that they hide, that they're covering up. They don't want anyone to know. There's a secret ally. Some secret, shady business going on with the Democratic candidate. Okay, so the next question I want to ask is, what are the negative attributes of each candidate? So the first card again is the negative attributes of Trump. Oh yeah, Ace of Wands. This is like the card of, like, excuse my language, but like, this is like men's, you know, organ energy. Okay. So this is like what is his motive? What's motivating him? It's power. That's it. Just power. Only power. That's his motivation. He wants to be the most powerful person in the world. And we have conspiracy theory. So maybe what's motivating him is this idea that as the most powerful person in the world, as the president of the United States, he feels he can say whatever he wants, whether it's truthful or not truthful, and it is what it is. And it's this, like, this idea of kind of putting this stuff out there that leads to these conspiracy theories. Like, he's so motivated by being not truthful, right? Because conspiracy theories typically, we all know that there's some real conspiracy theories, but typically it's this idea of like a not truthful story. And so he's got all of these MAGA people that believe in his just, you know, whatever. And so that's what's motivating him, are these people who are rallying behind him and supporting him because they believe him. So that is what is firing him up and fueling him to keep going. That's his motivator. And the motivator for the Democratic candidate, the Seven of Swords. So this is about stealing something. This is about being deceptive. This can be taking something. I am really feeling like, okay, so here's something interesting, okay? So when we pull the very first card for the candidate, the female, oh my God, see, I just said female, the Democratic candidate. I don't think we need to pull on this. It's not going to be Biden. It's going to be Kamala, because we have a female card, female energy. When we ask each question, okay. So then we had this question right here, which was all about positive attributes. We have a female represented on the card. Then we came down here and we were talking about allies. We have a female represented on the card. Then when we come over here and we talk about motives, we have a female represented on the card. It's Kamala, you guys. It's Kamala. Okay, so let's get one more card for motive. Water. because we're drowning. Biden's drowning. This isn't gonna, the Democratic Party is drowning. So she has to do something. She has to jump in and like throw a life raft or life jacket or like whatever. She has to, a life preserver. She has to do something. And the reason I think it's Kamala, other than the fact that we have, see, even in the water, it's a woman. But the thing is that we have to think about is all of the funds that were raised for the, by the Democrat, or like the funds that were raised for the presidential election, right, are funds that are earmarked specifically for the Biden-Harris election fund. So if neither Biden nor Harris are a candidate, then there's problems with that money. They can't use that money, but they can use the money if Harris is still in the election. So I'm really feeling like okay, this isn't anything to do with the cards. This is just like a download that I'm getting. I'm just going to put it out there, and this is a prediction. We'll see what happens. I'm saying it's going to be Kamala for president, and it's going to be Gavin Newsom as our VP. I really feel like that's how they're going to do it. I really do. Okay, but let's keep going. So now I want to look at the negative attributes of each candidate. So the negative attributes for Trump, we have the Two of Wands. So Two of Wands is aspiration. It's accomplishment. I think for him, this is specifically talking about doing anything to get that. So I think he does it by any means possible. He doesn't care if it's fair, honest, or... Ooh, negative attributes. We got Democrat. What do you think that means? Interesting. Ooh, so we all know how much he hates Obama. I'm wondering if his negative attribute is that. Okay, so I'm going a couple different ways with this. I'm wondering if it's just this sheer hatred for the Democratic Party that makes him toxic and poisonous. So the other place my mind is going with this is, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but Trump was very much aligned with the Democrats. And I believe he was recorded years ago saying that if he ever ran for president, he would run on the Democratic ticket. But I think he knew that the Democrats would have absolutely nothing to do with him. And so he made this switch to this, conservative Republican. So I'm wondering if this is talking about he has no loyalty. I mean, we know he has no loyalty to anyone, but this idea that he could just switch like that. I mean, he doesn't care. He'll use whoever he needs to get that power grab. That's it. It's that power grab. That's so interesting that came out. Okay, and this is the negative attribute for the Democratic candidate, which I'm saying is Kamala. So this is that King of Cups reversed. So this can be someone who is has destructive patterns. So we know that there's some controversy with her record as the district attorney in California, down in, I think it was, where was she? I don't remember. San Jose. I think there's something to that. And I think that she does have maybe some self-destructive tendencies, perhaps. And she can, I think, perhaps be behind the scenes a little volatile. I think that there might be a little bit of volatility going on there. And let's get one of these cards for negative attributes. Hidden network. Yep. So, I mean, we all know these people are all interconnected. Now, I am not saying that she or the candidate is part of this specific network. Okay, so I just want to put that out there right now. But there are connections, hidden connections that I think if people knew about, it'd be really damaging. But I think that applies to all politicians. I really do. Okay, so the final 3 tarot cards I'm going to pull, this is probable outcome. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's move this stuff out of the way. So we have a lot of stuff here. So we're going to just take all this and move this out of the way. And now we're going to look at what is the probable outcome. So we have the 7 of Cups reversed. 7 of Cups reversed talks about a lot of confusion, decoys, things not being out. Oh my God. Okay. And then we have the 9 of Swords. So 9 of Swords is anxiety, fear, being incredibly troubled. And then we have the 2 of Swords reversed, which is being deceived. It looks like, yeah, there's going to be this idea of a lot of confusion and a lot of fear and then deception. Let's get some of the whispers of the unsolved here. What a disappointment, you guys. I'm really nervous about this election. We have Snake, Backstabber. We have Down the Rabbit Hole. We have Travel. And we have Frozen Preserved. Okay. So what's going to happen is none of our choices are going to be great. And really whoever ends up winning or being elected, I guess, it's not going to be a good option. And whoever the candidate is that is elected, whatever they said that they were going to do, to be elected, they're absolutely not going to do. Okay, so there's that to look forward to. And then we have Down the Rabbit Hole. This goes so much deeper than any of us can begin to know. And I feel like someone would really have to go down the rabbit hole. I hope somewhere there's like some kind of investigative journalist who is like researching all of this and will write like some tell-all book, because there's just so much. Like, we now look at, there's so many books written about what happened, what the CIA did between the end of the time of its creation, essentially right after World War II, and then through basically the 70s, and the amount of things that were done with, like things like MK Ultra, which was mind control experiments, and with the assassination of Kennedy, and I mean the murder of leaders of countries so that they could orchestrate coups so that they could retain money that they make in these countries. There's so much corruption that has happened historically in the past that we know about. Let me assure you that corruption did not just stop at the end of the 70s. It's gone on, and I'm sure it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And I think that it encompasses the entire, there's so much. This is a global situation. This is a global problem. This is not just a US problem. This is a global problem, and it is going to affect everyone in the world. There's no getting out of this. There's no escaping like the impact that this is going to have. And I'm wondering if this is going to start to expose what's happening, because the 2 of Swords reversed, when it's reversed like this, it can talk about being blind to manipulation, not seeing what's going on. So this is like all of this stuff is happening, but we're not being able to see what's going on. But the things that are happening are being preserved. The clues are being preserved. And my hope would be at some point, all of this stuff would begin to come to light. But this is just so much heavier than just this election. So I want to know who is going to win. I don't feel like that was super clearly answered. So let's see what we can get here. So who can we anticipate being the victor of this election? We have the Lovers reversed. So this is a moral quandary. I think that it's going to take a long time to figure out who the winner is. I think it's going to be close. I think they're going to have to do counts and recounts, and I think it's going to be highly contested, and I think that there's going to be quite some time before we actually know who the winner is. And I'm wondering if that isn't what's leaving us with this fear, this intense fear as a result of this election. Okay, well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that this was informative. If you like these kinds of videos, leave a thumbs up so I know to make more like this. And if you have not already subscribed, I would hope that you would consider subscribing. And finally, if you're interested in your own reading, I do offer those over on my website. You can go check that out there. And it is bobbiereads.com. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.